Over the past few months, the teams at CordAid and Compass have worked incredibly hard to build a legacy project that will live well beyond the summit here at The Hague. And we're honored to announce the Hague Youth Declaration for Human Rights in Action has been finalized. And we want your input on what will hopefully shape a better world for us all. This initiative focuses on bringing human rights home. After all, according to Eleanor Roosevelt, human rights matter the most in small places close to home. Thanks to the personal stories and contributions of the legacy teams that they've received, we have a declaration that sets out an action plan for what our current and future generations must strive for. This declaration that we have here today will be presented at the Peace Palace and at the United Nations at the Palais des Nations in Geneva on the 9th of December this year. Let's take a look at what the team of delegates who have drafted the declaration have been up to. Cue video.
Play the video.
This is the right to live without fear.
When race and religion no longer determine your future.
Right to speech, right to expression, and the right to life.
To be the voice of the people who have been impoverished.
It means synergy. It means collaboration across generations, disciplines, sectors, and all walks of life.
To me, it means that any community in our world, every child in our world has the same opportunities.
Human rights for me is the freedom of movement.
A disability-inclusive, accessible world where everyone is safe and respected.
Making sure that women and men have the same opportunities.
Peaceful and inclusive societies.
Access to language education.
Government should take a responsible role to make sure all human rights are being observed.
So care for people and listen to their problem.
Bringing human rights home means many different things to many different people. But to all of us, it means to commit to a world that is inclusive, to commit to shared values, and to commit to empower each other. We ask you to commit to the Hague Youth Declaration on Human Rights.
So please welcome to the stage 3 members of the drafting group. Please give a warm round of applause to Vincent Martin Rump, Hassan bin Cameron, and Viyaba Venkatesha. So Vincent, why this declaration?
Thank you, David, for that question.
Not prepared at all.
Yes, why do we need yet another declaration? I get to tell you that, and you too, dear councillors. We, the young people and citizens of the world, need to take human rights home, for that each and every one of us is granted their choice. It has been our mission to embrace our shared values to make the human rights declared in the UDHR 70 years ago a fundamental reality for all of humankind, and not just a dream coming true for a few. Together we represent more than half the global population. The Hague Youth Declaration on Human Rights in Action is us raising our voice. Tonight, we get to decide what our legacy is going to be. We thus commit to this youth-led action plan put forward because we believe in our responsibility to build the future that we desire. Each and every one of us and generations to come are going to have that, and we're going to give it to them. Those who we ask to act are you and me and everybody else. And to those who say, but they can't mean me, we say, oh yes, we do. It's you and me and everybody else. Thank you.
So, Hassan, how did the process go?
The process went really smooth. So, As a drafting committee, we included voices from all over the world, from every country and every walk of life, of people who were persecuted for standing up for themselves and who faced human rights violation in their lifetime. The committee spent 3 days going through every suggestion and idea that we received from 120 completed surveys and 40 committee members. I would like to ask you to please give them a big round of applause for this. Thank you, young leaders, for making this possible by stopping at the sessions and sharing your pressing and very personal stories. We assure you that your voices will be heard by the leaders of the world at UN in Geneva on the 7th anniversary of this declaration. Lastly, thank you to the organizations and businesses that have supported this platform, One Young World, and thank you all.
And Viva, after tonight, what's next?
70 years after adopting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we are still constantly challenged by injustice. All over the world, we are seeing a rise of ideologies of hatred and exclusion instead of coming together to face these challenges. Young people in all of our diversity are struggling with issues like climate change, repression, gender-based violence, and the global refugee crisis. Now more than ever, we have to take action, including but not limited to the ways that we've laid out in this declaration. That means holding our governments, our companies, our organizations, and ourselves accountable for building a better world that is sustainable, equitable, and just. The Legacy team will be presenting this declaration in Geneva and The Hague on the 10th of December, which is the International Day of Human Rights. We urge each and every one of you to commemorate the UDHR and to honor the legacy of this summit. And today, we ask all of you to vote in support of this declaration and to commit to take tangible and concrete action in your communities to defend human rights. We are not the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you to all of you for all of the hard work. It is hugely appreciated, and it's been going on for months. And I know that you've all received this. I've been told you've all received this. So it's now time to vote on this declaration and whether you agree to adopt it.